If you can dream it, you can do it.
Every day, thousands of jobs open up across the state for people just like you. This is where you find them. Discover a new, high-tech, high-paying career right now on Job Hunter.
Oh, hi. I'm Kerri Courtney, and on this episode of Job Hunter, we're going to get a bird's eye view of one of the most powerful employment sectors in Mississippi, the energy industry. The minute you turned on your TV, you started channeling the handiwork of thousands of Mississippians just like you, all working to manufacture the energy we all need to run everything, from our smallest appliances to global businesses and so much more. We all know that poles like this one link power lines all across the state to deliver the energy we need to live. Did you ever wonder where all that energy comes from? Well, I'm going to show you. But first, I've got to get down from here. That was easy. Training pole. We'll learn more about this later, but first we're going to visit one of the biggest power plants in the state. Mississippi Power's Plant Watson. This is where the power in Mississippi Power comes from. These 5 massive turbines can together generate more than 1 million kilowatts of electricity. And those power plants generate more than energy. They generate jobs galore. So who's in control of all this power? People like you, of course. And to learn more about that, our next stop is one of the nerve centers of Plant Watson, the control room for turbines 3 and 4. So, Derek, what is your title, your job title here?
My title is assistant operator.
And Levi, you are a...
Likewise, I'm an assistant PTA.
All right, so is it the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, it is the same thing.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Same job.
So what exactly does that job entail?
We have a boiler and turbine operator who he is going to watch his boiler and his turbine, and he's going to monitor all of his systems and his pressures and temperatures and all that. And anytime that he has a problem with a piece of equipment, he'll get an alarm. Or typically what we try to do is go ahead and solve the problem before it ever gets to a load cut situation. And we'll also make rounds on equipment, checking oil levels, temperatures for excessive vibration, things like that.
Did you go into college wanting to get this sort of job? Was that your plan?
I actually, when I went into college, I was working at a pole yard, and I had been around heavy machinery working with my dad a lot, and actually came out here, he and I did, on a shutdown, and it was just amazing, you know, the things that you see out here. And I changed my major when I was in school to be geared more towards power plant operations or refinery-based operations, and that's how I ended up out here, and haven't regretted it since. Anybody in operations will tell you, whether you want to or not, you'll continue your education in operations because of the changing world around us, you know. With the computer age, you see a lot of these breakers here, so it's constant learning.
I can imagine with all of these things around, I would need somebody to educate me every day to
Every
be
day
able
you
to
come
do
in
it.
and learn something different. That's right.
So where could you go from here in this job? Are there places for you to advance, to get promoted from here?
There's really no ceiling on where you could go with this company. That's one of the good things about the company. If you come in and you get your education, you try to learn as much as you can, the sky's the limit.
Now to find out more about the plant, we're going straight to the top. The top of Plant Watson. This is Herman Williams, the manager of Plant Watson. Hi, Mr. Williams, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing great. We've been having such a great time touring your facility today.
Good.
So can you tell me exactly what you do here at Plant Watson?
Well, obviously our primary goal is to make electricity to serve our customers, but the way we do that is through a process of taking a fuel source, either coal or natural gas, and through combustion that gets converted to thermal energy, which in turn drives a steam turbine, which is connected to a generator which actually produces the electricity that goes out to our customers.
So what kind of jobs do you need to be able to make this happen?
Well, obviously it takes a variety of jobs. You have to have operators that producing electricity is a 24/7 business. Our customers, including myself, like to have our power on 24 hours a day. But we have to have operators to operate the equipment, but also you have to have employees to maintain and service the equipment. So there's electricians, mechanics, electrical and mechanical engineers, chemical engineers, and that's just to name a few. There's also a whole support staff outside of the plant that support what we do. Just a whole host of talents that it takes to put power out on the line.
Why do you enjoy working in this field so much?
Well, I'm fascinated with and I love the production of electricity. There's so many things that go into putting power out on the lines that the average person just doesn't realize.
This is such an exciting place. There's so many opportunities here.
Thank you very much for having us.
And to find out how we can turn those opportunities into a paycheck for you, let's talk training. Here at Mississippi Power's training facility, they help people like you learn the skills it takes to work in the energy sector.
The training facility at Mississippi Power is definitely a unique partnership. We've partnered with the Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College and their Jackson County campus to form the Instrumentation and Controls Academy, or the INC Academy for short. As far as technical jobs, we offer the Instrumentation and Control Specialist and the Technician, and both of these require a 2-year Associates of Applied Science degree, which is offered at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. These programs are utilized by a number of industries because these are such highly sought-after occupations. These graduates are definitely in high demand. It's better to come to us with a technical degree from community college such as industrial maintenance or process operations technology or a lineman certificate. And a number of our community colleges throughout the state do offer lineman training programs.
And speaking of linemen, this is Mississippi Power's Lineman Training Yard, and this is Lance Geiger, a Mississippi Power lineman for 4 years who did some of his training here. Hey Lance, how are you?
How are you, Kerri?
I'm doing just fine. So tell us a little bit about what you do as a lineman.
What we do as a lineman is we build the power line that actually goes from the generating plant to the customer's home. We build that line, we maintain it, and we also restore the power if something happens to knock the power out.
It also seems like a very difficult job. I mean, I tried to climb that pole myself. It's not exactly an easy thing to do. So what kind of training do you have to go through?
Like myself, I actually went to a Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College apprentice lineman program that they had. That's how I got my start, and then started working at a company and getting on-the-job training. Once you get into the line work industry and start working, there's really a high demand, and it's not going anywhere. A lot of job stability. The energy industry is growing and changing. It's very challenging and interesting career.
And everybody always needs power. I mean, you wouldn't be watching this without power right now, so it's very important and really great job security. So where do you see yourself in the future?
Definitely still in the energy industry. May have a little different role here at the Mississippi Power Company, but it's just a really good company, very secure company to work for. You know day in, day out that you're gonna have a job. The thing that I love the most is being able to restore the power after a hurricane, tornadoes, or storms that come through. Being able to come in and start rebuilding that hope by getting the power back onto these customers, and that's probably the most fulfilling thing that we do as linemen.
I feel like I've learned so much, maybe I want to be a lineman.
Thank you, Kerri. You can.
I could use a little more training. And there's plenty of training out there. In fact, Pearl River Community College in Poplarville has a program of its own called Utility Lineman Technology.
The Utility Lineman Technology program at Pearl River Community College is a program that will allow the student to get an Associate of Applied Science degree or a Certificate of Proficiency. The certificate is a little shorter than the associate's degree, will allow a student to get in and out in about 1 year. The associate's degree is more preferred by a student that might want to start out in the skilled profession but work his or her way into the management end of it, the supervisory level.
They're going to have an AAS in Applied Science. They're going to have a CDL Class A driver's license. They're going to have the pole top rescue, the bucket rescues, the NCCER certifications, forklift certifications, basically the different certifications, first aid, CPR, that they're going to need in the business. It's going to save a lot of training on whoever hires them is going to get a good ticket.
They can go to work for Mississippi Power Company, Coast Electric Power Association, Chain Electric, Pike Electric. There's many contractors that hire these students.
When I was a kid, I used to see the Mississippi Power trucks, you know, going around, and I always wanted to work for a power company and said I wanted to do that one day.
Now, if you are training to become a lineman, you're going to be seeing a lot of cool stuff like this. And it plays an important part in getting energy safely from A to B. And nobody understands that better than Siemens Energy in Richland. Siemens has been assembling voltage regulators, surge arresters, and circuit breakers at their mammoth Richland plant since 1973. Today, they employ as many as 350 Mississippians. It's hard to believe that components come here from all over the world to be assembled by Mississippians just like you. I mean, look at these things. They look a lot smaller when they're on top of the poles we saw at Mississippi Power, don't they? And if you think these voltage regulators are big, take a look at these. These are circuit breakers. And as you can see, some of them are huge. These circuit breakers are headed to the Philippines. Siemens assembles more than 200 of these babies every month, made to order by people like you. I'm here with Shira Davis. She works on the floor here at Siemens in Richland. So what part of the process are you a part of?
Well, actually, I'm an assembler B operator. And actually what I do is, here are the bushings and the rods where I install into a contact. And as I do it, I tighten, torque, and I test the unit. Then I also build a current transformer, which are called CTs. And once I'm done with the pole unit, I send it down to the next station to where it gets mounted on a frame and then get connected to a cabinet.
What do you like most about your job?
What I like most about my job is it has great competitive wages. I just bought my first home, actually.
Wow.
And I've been here at Siemens 4.5 years.
What opportunities for advancement are there here at Siemens for you?
Well, Siemens offer educational assistance to where if you want to become an engineer or be in marketing, you can go to school, they do your tuition reimbursement, and they make sure that, you know, you get the education that you need to move up from hourly to salary.
Siemens is more than this one plant here in Richland. A job at Siemens can power your career to a position almost anywhere in the world. Siemens is a global powerhouse in electronics and electrical engineering and operates in the energy and healthcare markets with more than 400,000 employees in 190 countries.
Siemens Energy is in business of generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity. So this means right from the generator up to the level of consumer where we consume electricity at our homes. We are in business of 3 wonderful products: high voltage circuit breakers, voltage regulators, and surge arresters. These products help utilities transmit efficient, reliable, safe, and affordable power to millions of houses, schools, businesses, anywhere you name it, which is a power consumer.
So what kind of educational background do you look for in your employees?
We look for leadership positions where we are looking for masters or bachelors. We are looking for engineers. Again, we are looking for degreed engineers, electrical, mechanical. And the most critical and important part of our business are our shop floor employees. The minimum requirement is high school diploma and an aptitude towards mechanical and electrical assembly operations.
Siemens customers can rest assured that every single one of their circuit breakers is tested to be tried and true before it leaves the plant. This is Jerry Clark, a test technician here at Siemens. Okay, Jerry, you gotta tell me, what is this thing?
This is a Marx generator.
That's what that is?
Yes, that's correct. This big structure here, what you're looking at is 3 million volts of energy.
3 million?
3 million volts of energy, that is correct. What this does is it basically creates a man-made lightning strike. And we use this to test our breakers to make sure that they meet the necessary standards.
That sounds really awesome. How long have you had this job?
I've been working here for 8 years.
What's your favorite part about the job?
The favorite part is that I'm doing something different every day. One day I might be in here performing special tests. The next day I might be on the floor doing just routine tests. The next day I might be out in the substations doing work with our breakers.
So, Jerry, can we go see this thing work?
Why, sure. Let's head to the control room.
Okay, let's go. Jerry's going to send 430,000 volts into our circuit breaker down there to show us what some real power looks like.
We charge the capacitors and resistors to a certain known voltage, push the button, close the gaps, and...
Oh, that's amazing. It's almost like it's alive. Well, actually, what I was trying to say is that the energy sector is truly alive in Mississippi. In fact, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College has designed a curriculum just for energy-related programs.
The degree is a 2-year Associate of Applied Science degree in process technology that we teach students the operations, processes in manufacturing, different industries as refining, oil and gas production, nuclear power, power generations for the power plants.
Process technology is teaching you about working in a refinery. It could cover electrical or oil or gas or anything like that. You learn about a refinery through and through, as far as simple things as hand tools to boilers and columns and such as that. This is something that students can come in here. They can learn the basics to the most extreme part of refinery and really get a good, solid education from it.
Various companies that hire our students that have graduated are the major oil companies, Chevron, Shell, British Petroleum, power companies, Mississippi Power, Alabama Power. It's a good field for students to be in. It's one of the better paying jobs in the whole South in process technology.
Another company in Mississippi is looking towards the sky to provide energy and jobs using the renewable energy of the sun. Meet Stion, a California company who makes solar panels for use by consumers. The company had an eye for expansion, and impressively, they chose Hattiesburg, Mississippi as their first expansion site. Alexander was one of those to benefit from Stion moving to Mississippi.
When I heard about this company in the news, the main thing I saw was it had great potential and an awesome opportunity for advancement. That would open future doors for me as far as a lead position. After that, maybe a supervisor position. After that, maybe a manager position. And another thing I like about this company is that there's so many different departments you can work in other than just here on the production floor. Like myself, I have an associate's degree in computer networking, which one day I would like to be part of the IT department in this company.
Stion's a photovoltaic panel manufacturer. So what we do is we'll start off with a piece of, well, just regular window glass. We'll send that through a sputtering machine, and out of that will come a photovoltaic compound. We'll put it into a furnace. We'll bake it for about 8 hours. We'll scribe it so that way we'll be able to pull the electrons off of it. We'll also put down a very thin coating so that way the electrons can flow from cell to cell. And with that, we'll put a junction box on the back, put frames around it, have it laminated, and with that, you'll be able to put a solar panel on your roof, and you'll be able to produce about 130 watts of solar panel.
It's a startup facility. Right now, we currently have one line with 150 people at it. We're looking to add 3 additional lines in this facility. So with that, there's obviously job opportunity, job growth in this factory itself. We're looking to get to 1,000 people within 3 years, 3 to 4 years. So the amount of opportunity and career growth in this facility, in this industry, is huge.
We're primarily looking for operators, technicians, engineers, and also there'll be the support staff that goes along with that. For the operators, we're looking for people who have manufacturing experience. We'll also be able to have individuals who've just got a GED or a high school education. So that will make up the bulk of our workforce. Then for the people who will be the maintenance technicians, those individuals will probably have an associate's degree or a lot of experience maintaining heavy-duty production equipment. For the engineers, that will be somebody with a college degree, electrical engineering, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering. Those would be the types of engineers that we'll be looking for.
I came through as an industrial engineer. It's mainly has to do with managing processes. Graduated from Mississippi State University, took a job out of college, and got into manufacturing. So 2 jobs here in Mississippi, and then from that I moved my way into this location here in Hattiesburg. Well, I manage people and processes throughout the facility, make sure that we're producing high quality, high efficient solar panels here at Stion.
Well, the way I see it is that the sun doesn't look like it's going to run out anytime soon. As long as we can keep producing good, efficient, low-cost solar panels, we're always going to have a job here.
Well, I think it's clear that there's a wide variety of job opportunities in Mississippi's energy sector. Everything from creating to harnessing the energy we all need to live our modern lives. And I don't know about you, but I find that electrifying. Until next time, I'm Kerri Courtney for Job Hunter. I'm kind of missing my short pole now, fellas. Fellas? Well, at least throw me up a magazine or something.
Action! Crossing. Yes, you are. That's cool. If you can dream it, you can do it.